that law enforcement did go through 2 years of training. I wish that we had. Are you familiar with Jocko? Jocko Willink, the podcaster?
I am a Jocko disciple.
So I loved his breakdown of we need 80% more cops because 20% will be out on the road, 20% will be training, 20% will be learning this, 20% will be doing that, and then, okay, after 6 months, you rotate the ones who are freshly trained and put them back in, and then those people will come out and get their mental health checked and all that good stuff. But that takes money, that takes funding.
No one wants to do this job.
And that's what I wanted to talk to you about.
We can't get, and again, now county sheriff's offices, we are on an island of awesomeness. Everything about this agency right now is great. And coming from other agencies.
Everything's great.
Everything's great. Being the DUI community, it's a small community. So we all talk to each other. I talked to a DPS guy yesterday from way up north. You probably know him, he's been around for a while. But I taught a class yesterday with guys from Gilbert, guys from MCSO, guys from Mesa PD. So we all talk about the morale in our agencies, and so it's I know what's going on in the state. I know what's going on down in down in Tucson, and what's going on in Payson, and what's going on in Show Low, and up in Flagstaff and Williams, because we all talk. And no one talks about their agencies like guys we want to talk about, because we have a boss that pretty much unanimously everyone wants.
And I'm going to be honest with you. I, strictly from an outside looking in, did not at first, Sheriff Lamb, I don't mean this anymore, I didn't like him.
Really?
I did not. And now listen, I'm a precinct committeeman in the Republican Party, and this is not a political talk, but my ideas are conservative, even though I use cannabis and I'm on the side of the other side as well. But I didn't like him at first. I didn't. I thought he liked to see himself a lot on TV. Okay, and I would love to sit down and talk with him now. And then I sat down with Matt Thomas, who actually explained to me a lot about him and his mentality and how he's been a boss and been a leader for the agency and been a pillar of the community. And I'm very sorry for what has happened to him and his family recently. It's very tragic. And so I'm very sorry for his loss. But I didn't like him at first because I just saw him as like, oh my God, he's just always on TV. He's always on the media. He's always on this. But now, like, no, actually, he's doing a good job of getting the message out there, and his people love him.
And that's getting the message out is something that's important. And I learned that under Sheriff Joe.
For many
years. And I thought the same thing. I was like, man, he's the same thing. It's always this, conference, this news conference, me. But then I thought, he's an elected official.
Right.
So every 4 years, people need to go, what has he been doing for the last 4 years?
Agreed.
Well, if you're out there saying, hey, in Sheriff Lamb's example right now, border security is a big deal for him. He is out there. He's going down there. He's talking to people. He's on the road. He's riding with our anti-smuggling unit because it's his hot button topic. And then now through social media and through different news medias, Newsmax, Fox News, local stuff like talk radio and stuff. So he's getting out there and putting this message out of, look, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
You are being snowed by the federal government, who says that this is not a problem. It is a problem every day, without exception. Every single day, we're getting in pursuits. We're stopping little vehicles. We have a great relationship with Border Patrol, which we didn't have in Maricopa County, but we have now here. So this agency and Border Patrol work great together in an attempt to stop or quell or slow or something to minutely diminish this nonstop flow of people that are coming over. And our anti-smuggling is those guys.
That was my first thing. I did criminal enforcement. So I did human smuggling, human trafficking, drug smuggling, and the stolens were going south, and the humans and the drugs are coming north. And that was since I worked nights from 8 p.m. to midnight. I sit on the eastbound I-10 at the 347 looking for the stolen going eastbound, the stolen trucks. And then I'd flip around at midnight, and then I'd catch all the roads. So from 2010 to 2012, if it was at night on I-10 at Riggs Road roughly, and there was pursuit between the photos, and there was a DPS trooper out there that was causing havoc, it was me. It was me. Yep. So that's actually how I became friends with the Mesa PD guys, because the Mesa Air Unit would always come swooping in and help us. So, and if you look at if you watch the intro clip of my podcast, there's that little pursuit snippet.
Yeah.
That's one of my pursuits. That's my actual pursuit. But I commend Sheriff Lamb on the fact that, and the reason why you and I are sitting here today is because you're wildly popular. So
which is crazy. I'm a normal dude. I'm just a dude.
But the funny thing is, though, is that the whole reason why I reached out to you is because through Matt all that was one of the members of a stoner. I love these guys. A podcaster called the Stony Bros. He posted. I'm following him on Facebook. He posted one of your videos, and he said, "I love Frank," and it was it was fairly recently, and it was all over. You were just having a very difficult time with the motors on the side of the road.
Exactly.
I can't remember specifically which one it was,
yeah.
But he saw that, and I said, "Oh, I'm trying to get him on the podcast." And then from there, Matt had sent you my number, and then we had gotten in contact, and I'm very happy that it worked out.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the thing that Benham County's doing a great job of. And then I absolutely positively love the human smuggling, the human trafficking, human smuggling, because I'm going to go off on a tangent here, and I apologize, but people don't know and realize the fact that, yes, I believe in legal immigration.
100%. Absolutely. Unequivocally.
100%.
Hey, I'm sure both of our families came here as immigrants.
I'm only second generation American born. That's why I'd be third. My grandmother, no. My dad was the first. My grandmother was born overseas. So I'm technically only the second generation American born. So yeah, my grandmother came across the boat to Ellis Island.
Yeah.
So I'm 100% pro immigration.
Absolutely.
Legal immigration.
Unequivocally. And there's no way to say that that's a bad idea.
Right.
It is great. It is what makes this place great. Coming from New York, we're a melting pot. It's awesome. Like, cultures coming here is great. It's a great way to make us more aware. It's great for everything. Sneaking across the border with a backpack full of marijuana, saying that you are a legal immigrant, that is not cool.
I mean, if the weed was actually decent weed, we might have a case.
It's weed. It's weed.
It's terrible.
It's
stuff.
terrible.
It's terrible.
But that's not what the program is meant for. That's not what was intended by the forefathers.
No.
That is not. So that's what our guys are fighting. Our guys are fighting dollars.
Nothing has changed. Nothing. I did this 20 years in 06. I didn't start popping loads until like 2009 and 10. So
over a decade, and I'm telling you right now,
nothing's changed.
And if it hasn't changed, it's gotten worse.
That's the sort of thing where I just can't understand how, like, and again, for the people who think that this is just, propaganda or whatever the case is, no. I'm sure that I could probably go down to the same parts. I ate in Chuchu Road. Equal Valley.
Yeah.
It's all the same. Nothing has changed. Absolutely nothing has changed. And this is just bringing in the fentanyl. And that's the thing that Chief Deputy Thomas had stated. He said, look, when cannabis became legalized, they just swapped commodities, and now it's fentanyl. So, and that's the sort of thing where it's killing Americans.
And now fentanyl is so cheap.
See, that's the part that I don't know about.
Now fentanyl has gone down to, sub $1 a pill.
Oh my God.
It's even 5 years ago it was $10, $12 a pill, and now it's just less and less and less and less and less. So now it's bodies. It's like you said, they're switching commodities, but now that fentanyl is so cheap that it's just you couldn't sell fentanyl for $5 or $4 anyway.
It's not profitable. And that was the thing, though, is that the people who don't understand the fact that the immigrants coming across, I feel terrible for them. And what they didn't realize was, I remember I had a load, the driver fled, I had a native Spanish speaker come and help me out, and these two women were just bad-mouthing me, and my fellow officer at the time, he said, AJ, they don't like you. I said, okay. I said, I want you to translate this perfectly for me. Here's what's up. I said, tell them that they were on their way to, no doubt, be forcibly raped and have to be extorted and be blackmailed and be screaming and crying on the phone, and for their money to just send a couple more $1,000, and they don't realize that that's what they're getting into.
Yep, that's it. And but that money doesn't run out. Fentanyl, you sell it, it's gone.
Yeah.
You don't get to resell that. Humans, you can't, especially through the prostitution. So now you're making money again and again and again, and that's why the black market of that human smuggling is so bad. This is what, repeated victimization of someone who's. We're both guys. We're both men that want to provide for our family. I 100% understand someone from a destitute country wanting to make a better life for their family. That's what men do.
Yep.
That is a thing that we do, is provide and keep our family safe.
Amen.
And it is safer to go through that trek and get here to the United States. I understand the rationale behind it. There's just a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it, and doing it the wrong way increases all of that threat of there being something negative that comes from it. And but I understand the premise behind it, because I'm a man and it's my job to protect. I protect in my current job, I just don't protect my family, I just have a little bigger family. But it's my job to be a protector.
Right.
And I can't blame families that want to come here
and
live in this country and work hard and provide. And I mean, I get it. There's just doing it the right way eliminates the possibility of someone being sex trafficked and all of the things that are happening on the negative side of trying to do something.
Well, and that was the thing though too, but I remember I would pull people over, I'd pull over, and for the most part here, the immigrants who come here illegally, they're not going to have the high-paying jobs. You're going to have the low-paying jobs. Yep. And I remember I pulled over this one guy. He's coming from work. He was in his restaurant garb, and he spoke very broken English. And when I started talking to him, it was very apparent that he did not have any legal paperwork to be here. And I was not immigration, so I'm just regular law enforcement, just like you. But when I looked inside the truck, I saw mail, like the U.S. Postal Mail, of another name. Well, this is part of the problem. I commend him for wanting to come to the country, but he was using this guy's name and social security number to get paid. So it ties into the whole human smuggling. Now you've got identity theft. So this person, Joe Blow, whoever he was, now his name and social is being used by somebody else illegally. So I've said it for years. They need to line everybody up that wants to come to the country legally, make them pay the $500, not the $3,000 for the traffickers. Fingerprint them, ID them. Here's your taxpayer ID number. Welcome to America. Don't, go be a good citizen.
Yep. If you do something bad, we're going to send you back.
Right.
Just
give them a 3-year or 5 year, say, hey, stay out of trouble, go get a job, provide for your family, have a nice time.
Yep. We know who they are. We know where they are.
Yep.
They just like right now, the government knows who I am. They know where I work. They know where my money comes from. They know my bank account. They know all that. So requiring that from someone else coming into this country, I don't feel is unreasonable.
I don't think it is either.
That's and that's like there's a whole thing of like the voter ID and how it. I think that's crazy that someone's like, it is unreasonable to make someone have an identification card to vote. Like,
here's a question for you regarding identification. How many times do you legitimately run into somebody that has no form of identification?
American, Caucasian, or
an American citizen?
Over the age of 16, 5%.
Very rarely.
If that. I mean, it is because it just we're in this country of credit cards and social media, and we just and getting cars and having a cell phone and all of these things. Well, you need ID for all of that.
Everything.
For everything. I mean, to go in and to go get Sudafed. To go get your dad.
Yes.
All of that, you need ID.
Yes.
And none of that is considered to rent to go to the library, to get a rental car, try getting on a plane. Try getting on a plane and going, I don't have any ID.
I bought a one-way ticket, I don't have any ID.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
No, it's not.
But none of that is considered any sort of anything until you get into the political realm,
right.
And then it's absolutely unacceptable. Like driving. I walk up to a car and it's someone our age, and they're like, yeah,
Did
man.
you just assume my age?
I did. I did. Just because you've got gray like
I
I've got gray, so.
do.
But and hey man, I don't know my social security number. You know your social security number. You're 35. You're 40. You don't know your social security number? No, man, I just can't remember it. Get out of there. That's it. It is because you have to have it. Like you pay taxes at some point.
Right.
You've gone to maybe you've gone to college, in high school, you need to know your social security number. Or hey, how old are you? I'm 46. What year were you born?
With Asana, it's easy to monitor projects across teams and track status and progress at a glance, so you and your team can make smart decisions faster. Try it for free at asana.com.